Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Void campaign on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we have now gotten access to the capital ships, which are the Carrier and Tempest. There's one other capital ship that we'll be able to get later on. And we also have another robotic siege unit.
The enemy shall be purified.
Purified.
Which is the WrathWalker.
The WrathWalker.
I don't show off the WrathWalker because as cool as a name as the WrathWalker is, it's not honestly that good of a goddamn unit. I'm sorry.
Hierarch, the purifiers are impressed.
I am talking to Phoenix now specifically to trigger a specific dialogue option that happens after this upcoming mission.
Yes, they have chosen to follow my command. Leadership is new for me,
As is everything else.
I had not intended to become hierarch.
Searching.
I questioned the
Searching.
decision.
Searching. Located. Confidence building speech. Execute. Confidence building speech.
The purifiers
Error.
found for a reason,
Error.
as the daily
Confidence
malfunction
compromised. Confidence not imbued.
cloud your decision.
Reset and reboot systems.
Hierarch, you
Speak as a leader. And
Running
that's the big
leadership.
thing that I want to stress about this campaign. Artanis may not have wanted to be a leader, but he's quite objectively the second best leader that the Protoss forces have ever fucking had.
It is it's a Yiddish expression, actually. If you must do it, you can do it.
I'm trying to actually get deploy Phoenix for this next mission, despite the fact that we don't get access to Phoenix for this next mission. We don't get access to our Spirit of Adun abilities at all for this next mission, actually, so.
May those Terrans find peace in death.
Yes.
That is the hope for Azun.
Kill the humans. Kill them
Fuck you,
all.
Alarak. We're going to Aiur, okay?
lost.
Leave me to my website.
But there is a glimmer of hope. We will destroy Amon's host body and cast him from the Kala. The Templar shall make our final stand.
For Aiur.
For Frodo.
Whoosh! Aiur seems to be in mostly good shape. It's not even tinted red yet.
Brothers,
Sure.
sisters, the time has come for our attack. Oh, well, this is truly a miracle. Rohana has used her connection to the Kala to reveal Amon's plan. He forges a hybrid body to indwell and exists within it and the Kala.
So we have to kill two different things.
Until this form is complete, he must call upon the golden.
Everybody who want to rid Amon from the Kala, say holla.
By dismantling Warp Network's power structures.
That would grant us the time we need to destroy Amon's hybrid form.
That is the plan for Azun.
Once he only has the Templar to inhabit, we unleash the Keystone, removing Amon from the Kala.
Yes, like a bar of soap. 2.
But
A
long
piece of
enough
scum
for people to
on
sever
one's
their
hands.
connection to the Kala and thrust him back into the void. His optimism is
Just like Ganon and the Sacred
Fuck you,
Realm
Alarak.
via the Triforce.
suggest the destruction of our people. I will not accept that, Alarak. What we face is a true horror, but we must endure it. Ready yourselves. The final confrontation is.
Yeah, Alarak just casually suggested we commit genocide on our own people. I mean, it is a thing that we should most certainly consider, but the fact that he's willing to be so blasé about it irks the fuck out of me.
For the first time.
That's the same as saying, well, you know, if we killed all the humans in a population, there would be no disease to spread.
That the power of the
Yeah.
Keystone is within our grasp. Zeratul
Which is also why on the microcosm, you really should not take bleach in order to get rid of that infection, because you will destroy the rest of your body, as well as the infection.
brought us this chance. I will forever honor him for that.
As shall I.
Yay, Vorazun has gotten over some of her hatred of Zeratul.
Operating at optimum efficiency, Hierarch.
In order for me to visualize our plan of attack, I have brought forth the body from the tabletop game Operation.
The Praetor Council took me to
The body belongs to the Templar.
where I ignited my
We must remove the broken bones. Each of these bones represents Amon.
of his life. He felt such purpose, such
Surety of his existence.
I look forward to seeing this place he so loved for the first time.
Those memories you hold, they are of another place.
That world is no more.
Then we shall build a better one on top of it.
And
Thank you,
when
Phoenix.
is your birthday, Mr. Lincoln? February 12th, 1809.
And as Pascal mentions here, yeah, artificial Phoenix and actual Phoenix are effectively the same goddamn character. There isn't really a good difference between the two.
Forces to destroy them. I shall coordinate you and your executor's efforts from aboard the Spear of Adun. We can begin as soon as you are ready, Aiur.
The Templars return. Okay, this is a no-build mission, so me reallocating my Solarite the way I did was a huge mistake. However, because this is a no-build mission, this is also one of the only times where we get to actually play with these slew of hero units that the Protoss get access to. We get a different version of Alderis later on. We get access to Vorazun and Alarak. We get access to Phoenix, our one and only time that we get to play as Phoenix, and our one and only time that we get to play as Karax as well. Honestly, I really like the slew of hero units that we get access to here. But this is the only fucking time we get access to them. This is one of the smaller problems that this campaign has. We've got a boatload of hero units, and we never get to play with them.
Antioch!
It's effectively
They
the
actually
opposite
fucking
problem
called
that Heart of
it
the Swarm
Antioch.
has. Whereas Heart of the Swarm is completely based around having Kerrigan and her hero stature at all times. Legacy of the Void doesn't let you play with the hero units that you've got, and you've got so fucking many of them. Now, as much as I hate Alarak, I have to mention that Alarak's fucking spells are a godsend for this segment. Alarak's Destruction Wave will one-shot a majority of any of the smaller Zerg that he ends up fighting, and every time he kills something with them, he gains additional plasma shield, which is fucking ludicrously broken at this difficulty setting. Alarak could, if it wasn't for the fact that we absolutely have to use Vorazun's stealth segments, Alarak could in fact solo the section on his own.
Think what you would do without me.
Alarak, I tell myself that quite often.
Now, Vorazun is effectively just a different version of Zeratul, given that she's got blink and a version of the Dark Templars. One of the Dark Templar spells in a Shadow Assault. Thing is, she is also very squishy. So it's very important for us to actually do her stealth missions correctly, or she'll end up taking some pretty significant damage.
Huh.
It is my honor.
Well now, it seems that Zeratul has not really left the campaign after all.
No, Zeratul's gone. Zeratul did not get Shadow Assault. He got the Void Armor, or rather, this version of Zeratul got Void Armor and Blink, and the other version of Zeratul that we have played with got Void Prison and Blink.
We must form a plan.
Trust me, they are different abilities, even if they have the same prefix.
I find your idea of an offensive rather laughable.
You don't actually have to kill any of the spine crawlers, but Alarak should kill the spine crawlers simply because the Vorazun doesn't want to get caught into them all that much. Also, you should save Alarak's Destruction Wave for the groups of Banelings. You don't need to kill these Nidus Worms either, but I do it simply because it makes the final section of this slightly more bearable.
Oh, don't get separated now.
We're not actually getting separated. We're just going on slightly different paths before reconvening again. I like this mission, to be perfectly honest, specifically because we get to play with all of our really cool heroes. But the pairings seem really fucking weird. This one not so much because Vorazun and Alarak haven't had all that much screen time together, so it honestly makes sense to put them together for this one. Although honestly, I would have preferred this to be Vorazun and Artanis. But the problem is we have a total. We only get access to 5 heroes, even though we should realistically have between 6 and 7 heroes. So it's someone would always end up on their own. Honestly, I really think that we should have had Alarak on his own instead of Artanis on his own later. Because Alarak on his own would actually have been able to justify him being an elitist snobbish asshole the entire fucking game with just how ludicrously overpowered he is. Instead of here, where Vorazun ends up carrying him because Alarak isn't willing to spend energy to blow up these doors, which as we will see in a moment, he totally has the ability to do, asshole.
Orders from you.
Well, here Alarak's egotism is on full display because he has to cooperate with another character. See, like, we already understood that Alarak is confident in his own abilities. This forced cooperation because of the Council and the coalition of forces against Amon is bringing out his egotism in the light that, well, he doesn't really work well with others, as it turns out. Unless, of course, he's manipulating,
really goddamn well with
bargaining.
Here. He's still being an elitist snobbish asshole, certainly, but he gets the job done really fucking efficiently.
Try a more direct approach.
No, the thing is, he thinks it's all on him, and he thinks it's all on his talent instead of Vorazun's, despite the fact that he's not willing to blow up these doors.
Well, I mean, to Alarak's credit, he does have fucking Earthquake.
Tidal wave. Okay, it's
Tidal
more akin to
wave.
surf than it is earthquake.
Blood Wave.
You see, Blood Wave is totally a Warhammer spell. I just don't know who it cast it.
Yeah, and he gets to use it relatively frequently too. It has a cooldown of what, like 15 seconds?
I think it's 10. But the big thing, of course, is that every time it kills a unit, he gains additional plasma shield for it. So I honestly believe that Alarak could take down this mission on his own if he would just stop being enough of an egotist to actually use some of his psionic energy to blow up these fucking doors.
Well, here's some game balance. Now Alarak can't attack while
Now
you
we have to
open up a
actually use
door.
Vorazun's Shadow Assault in order to protect Alarak while he's charging a super laser.
Okay, so this I like. Oh, so you got used to Alarak being a fucking badass all the time. Well, now he actually needs someone else's help.
To be perfectly honest, no, he did not. Look at this shit.
Well, yeah, but he had to stand perfectly still while he,
For about
you know,
60 seconds. Honestly,
he
if he
sat
was
on the
just,
proverbial toilet.
all you would need to do in order to make that to get Vorazun away from this part is have the ability to cast Destruction Wave, and he would be able to do that section all on his own.
Rohan, Alarak and I have destroyed the power structure.
And I.
Yes,
He did not do
Vorazun
it all
makes sure to actually
on
spread
his
the
own.
credit when it is due.
Please
Here's
do
honestly
not
my favorite
inflate
team
his
up,
head
though.
anymore.
Here we get to have Karax and Phoenix team up, and this is such a goddamn awesome team up.
Oh. Okay, so this is like another mission entirely. It's a different map, it's a different place, it's different characters. You know, like
it's
the final
same general
sequence
concept,
of...
though. Use your hero's abilities in order to complete secondary objectives until the primary objective reveals itself to you.
You know what other game also had you go through each of the characters in a gauntlet sequence towards the end? Sonic 06.
I was hoping you would say Time Splitters too, because I don't want to remember the fact that Sonic 06 has got you play with all of the almost all of the secondary characters at the tail end.
Well, okay, so the only difference between the final mission of Time Splitters 2 and the other missions in Time Splitters 2 is that instead of traveling to the past in order to collect the time crystals to stop the Time Splitters from gathering their armies and destroying humanity, You are instead in the quote-unquote present in the year 2401, escaping the space station where the time machine was located in the first place. That's it. Cortez is just another character that you play as, and you don't play as anybody else during that one.
We should reclaim as many as possible.
God, I miss Time Splitters too.
I can reclaim the gateway and robotics
Alright,
facility
so
in this area.
Karax has the ability to reclaim robotic units from Amon's control, thanks to his expertise with the Keystone. He also has the ability to reclaim structures from Amon's control, and that I wanna call bullshit on. It's really cool that he can do it, mind you, but still, it's a bit questionable, you know.
I could purify them. We are united. Aiur will be
So,
restored.
after we have successfully completed these buildings, we have the ability to generate additional immortals, and I think it's just zealots that we can get. No, it's zealots. It's sentries that we can get. Yeah, because stalkers and zealots count as biological units. Also, while Karax is standing next to production structures, they work like 10 to 20 times faster. I fucking love Karax here. The reason why the reason why I love this this team up so much is that Phoenix gets to show off how much of a badass tank that he can be when used correctly, and Karax gets to show off just how strong he is when it comes to manipulating robotics. Plus, they have some interesting banter. Like Phoenix is a bit worried about Amon being able to take control of him, since he could in theory still be connected to the Kala. And Karax is like, "Nah, dude, I can save you from that." It's very nice.
Don't worry, my big robot
In the next
friend.
episode, we will finish Templar's Return. We also picked up a Reaver. Fuck Reavers.